This video has no ads in it and is not sponsored by anyone. We ask you to support the channel by liking and subscribing if you want to get more valuable information in future. Is the residential real estate market in California showing a rebound this year? Sales are up strongly month to month, although far from levels 12 months ago. The latest housing stats from CAR shows single-family house prices dropped 2.1% despite a rise in sales of 17.6% in February. February's statewide median home price fell almost $16,000 on average, minus 2.2%, to $735,480, which was down 4.8% versus February 2022 and down 18.3% from May 2022, its recent peak of $900,170. It was the sixth straight month of price declines. The question for the market now is whether the Silicon Valley Bank-initiated slide in the banking sector will lead to less demand, tighter lending, more unemployment, or whether it helps ease inflation across the U.S., which allows the Fed to pivot on interest rates. CAR suggests that the drop in year-over-year sales may be due in part to the effects of the atmospheric river event, which is continuing. Difficulty in finding buyers and getting sales done would likely contribute to lower prices. The median number of days it took to sell a California single-family home tripled to 28 days in February from 9 days 1 year ago. We can expect similar sales/price trends in other markets, including the Atlanta housing market, New Jersey housing market, Nashville housing market, Denver housing market, and Las Vegas housing market. The banking sector looks to be under pressure as the Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank entered bankruptcy. The major bailout of First Republic, a large regional bank, is creating headlines, and the concern is that it may not be enough to stem a tide of troubled financial institutions. Buyers could be deterred by tighter lending rules as a risk-off environment continues to grow. February's numbers were consistent with trends in some areas, yet highly atypical in others, as mentioned above. As mortgage rates slide, home buyers in California were a little more successful in finding a home or rental property during February. CAR believes the drop in home prices in January arose from growing layoffs in the tech sector. Indeed, the Bay Area seems to be strongly affected. It could be the outlook is the biggest driver rather than the small number of layoffs. Those layoffs could result in home put up for sale in 2023, perhaps even some foreclosures if the economy slide happens. Yet each month's jobs report seems solid. For the first time since the beginning of the pandemic 3 years ago, price growth was negative for all home types. CAR reports all counties suffered double-digit year-over-year sales drops in February. Sales in 34 counties plummeting more than 30% and 8 counties registering drops of more than 50% year-over-year. CAR Vice President and Chief Economist Jordan Levine said home prices will soften given demand is shifting away from high luxury homes to more affordable units. Is it a good time to buy a home or rental property in the Golden State in 2023? The question always asked is, will home prices fall? Most millennial-aged Californians will prefer to continue renting until there is more economic certainty and numbers to justify the buy decision. The biggest factors for the housing market forecast. 1. Rising interest growing another 1%. 2. Home prices likely will keep declining slightly. 3. Supply continues to grow. 4. Tech sector uncertainty will weaken demand. Condos and townhomes saw a slight rise price during February. Home sales across the state grew 17.6% in February versus January. Pending home sales rose as it normally does seasonally with the new year, however the change in prices is evident in last month's stats. Demand for $2 million plus homes is down substantially year over year. New listings continue to fall. One key reason may be that many homeowners cannot or will not relinquish their current low mortgage rates to purchase another home at rates that are nearly double. This situation will keep future listings low as well. Mortgage payments slid slightly across the state as prices and rates declined. The 30-year, Fixed mortgage interest rate averaged 6.26% in February, up 3.45% since in January 2022. Sales of homes at higher price levels are cascading downward faster. CAR's Realtor Sentiment reveals California realtors are more optimistic about sales, prices and listings now at February 20, 2023. In January, Marin County suffered the largest month-to-month price drops, minus 19.9%, with San Francisco County fell minus 11.4%, Santa Barbara County fell minus 15.6%, Mendocino down minus 35.1% and Yolo County dropped by 12.9%. Strongest monthly price gainers in January were Santa Clara, plus 3.5%, Orange, plus 5.5%, Glen, Kings, plus 8.3%, Merced, plus 8.5%, Lawson, plus 52.9%, Tehama, plus 10%, and Mono, plus 47%. San Francisco saw home prices raise 4.3%, bucking the downward trend. There's little doubt all counties in the north will see decreased sales and prices due to the atmospheric rain dump. CAR Vice President and Chief Economist Jordan Levine said high inflationary pressures will keep mortgage rates elevated, which will reduce homebuyers' purchasing power and depress housing affordability in the upcoming year. With borrowing costs remaining high in the next 12 months, a pullback in sales and a downward adjustment in home prices are expected in 2023. Levine added, home prices will also moderate further over the next several months as interest rates remain elevated in the near term and seasonal factors come into play. CAR in its 2023 California Housing Market Forecast Report, predicts a 7.2% drop existing single-family home sales in 2023. It will fall to reach 333,450 sold units, down from their projected sales volume of 359,220 units this year, which is predicted to be 19.2% less than the 444,520 homes sold in 2021. The median home price outlook is for a decline of 8.8% to $758,600 next year, following a projected 5.7% growth this year to $831,460. Yet another rate hike in November has sent mortgage applications to record lows. The rental market, however, appears to be a different story from the home resales market. Rental property investors have a completely different opportunity to recover their costs, with well-selected properties. California realtors polled in November are bleak about their prospects. They report activity down, buyers seriously getting cold feet and optimism waning. CAR's Housing Consumer Index fell 5 points to hit 65, with 85% of respondents saying it's not a good time to buy. 96% have no intention to buy in the next 12 months, which projects tougher selling conditions for sellers. Only 35% believe economic conditions will improve and 76% don't believe interest rates will fall next year. Those cities with the highest price growth reported by Redfin. California has the highest percentage of people looking to buy elsewhere. California, New York, District of Columbia, Massachusetts, and Illinois were the top 5 states homebuyers searched to move from. The top 5 states homebuyers searched to move to were Florida, Texas, Arizona, Maryland, and South Carolina. The combination of housing market downturn risk, rising interest rates, and inflation are making more Californian homeowners consider selling their property this fall. That selling intention is lessened by desires to get a comfortable price, having to make extreme relocation choices, and entering into a new, more expensive mortgage. It's perhaps the most difficult time for sellers to be able to sell their home. Buyers in many states are still walking away from deals at a faster pace too, given they can now walk away if they can't get the right financing, don't like inspection reports, and other reasons. The desperate bidding war environment where they waived inspections, etc. has ended. According to Redfin, nationwide, buyers walked away from 15% of deals in August. As layoffs in the corporate sector grow against fast-rising mortgage rates, August and September's housing market decline may worsen the October and December outlook. Condo prices dropped steeply in Napa, minus 31.9%, SF Bay Area, minus 3.4%, Santa Barbara, minus 22%, Fresno, minus 17%, and San Mateo, minus 7.9%, while prices rose in Monterey, plus 16.9%, Solano, plus 21.7%, and San Bernardino, plus 14.5%. This month's stats don't help to answer the much-asked question in the past 10 years about will prices drop. The forecast for landlords and the rental sector is a little better. Those rental managers who use a next-generation property management software are most likely to generate the best profitability in 2023. See more on the rental market forecast. Find the best rental properties in California. CAR's forecast report shows the reasons people are relocating and buying. See some of that info below. Sales and especially prices for condos in Napa have rocketed. Condo prices, see below, shot up almost 30% and sales rose 33% over February number. Condo prices in Shasta were up 81% over February and in Monterey, were up 48%. Although apartment rent prices are heading downward in the Bay Area as vacancy rates climb, other housing markets in the state are thriving. The demand is for single-family houses. It may be that when the pandemic is over, both the big cities and the rural regions will have evolved considerably. Home listings continue to plummet, which means price pressures could be intense as stimulus money arrives and the recovery begins. New funds would certainly help save landlords in the rental market and support suburban housing markets around San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. See more on the Bay Area rental market. A lot of buyers are asking whether home prices will rise or fall. Renters are wondering if rent prices will fall. High demand, low mortgage rates, and low inventory will likely skew homes and condo prices higher. The trend is here and the return of buyers is here. A number of factors are contributing to California's positive sales stats. 1. Desire to live away from the city in suburbs and rural regions and willingness to pay top dollar for homes. 2. Record low mortgage rates. 3. Moving to regions, pandemic destination, that offer more room perhaps with an office or garden. 4. Wealthy buyers have the funds ready. Low rates and tight housing inventory are contributing factors to the statewide median price setting a new record high 3 months in a row from June to August. A change in the mix of sales is another variable that keeps pushing median prices higher, as sales growth of higher-priced properties continue to outpace their more affordable counterparts, said CR Senior Vice President and Chief Economist Leslie Appleton Young. The latest survey of realtors shows fewer are withdrawing offer, more are listing new properties, and are not optimistic about sales or prices. CR predicted more home sales and higher prices for 2021. Leslie Appleton Young delivered her updated California housing market forecast for 2021. She expected sales to continue to improve through 2021. The prediction is based on growing buyer demand that's pushed California's median price above $700,000 and low inventories that will cause price increases. AS know now, sales have declined. California's weekly showings index rose to 182.3% higher than it was in September of 2019. Mortgage rates have dropped back down and purchase applications rose 24.2% on an annual basis last week. This updated report covers important stats including home prices, sales, and recent home sales trends from CAR, NAR, DOT, St. Louis Fed, NABI, Statista, Zillow and more. For national home price trends, see the U.S. real estate housing market. The key story with Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Clara, San Diego, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, etc. is the lack of listings. See more on the US housing market, UK housing market, New Jersey market, Nashville market, and Hawaii real estate market. Find the best property management company near you. Landlords, looking to evaluate and buy our property management software platform which has accounting integrated? Check out pricing and ask for a demo. Join us for Apartmentalize 2023 in Atlanta, Georgia on June 7th to 9th. See our full schedule of property management conferences and exhibitions for 2023. If you are interested in buying or selling your property or making more money from it, please visit www.azhousing.com.